Hello friends, welcome back. And today we are just going to discuss few SAS quick mandatory tips which will just help you uh, to work efficiently in the SAS. So first thing is the comment. And what does comment means? So like whenever you are working on any project, so sometimes you need to add the commentary to the your code so that you can understand it easily. And even though whenever you just send your code to anybody else, by seeing the comment they should be able to understand why you just wrote any line of code or why you just merely wrote complete code. Okay, so there are two ways we can just add the comment. So like comment can be single line comment and comment can be multi-line comment. Okay, so how we can add the comment? So let's go to the code, and suppose I'm just writing this is my first code. Okay. And if I will just run this code, so I will just get the error. So see, this is my first code. It is just saying that statement is out of the proper order, because this is not the actual code, whereas I am just adding the commentary here so that I know why I have just added it. So this comment is there in the single line. So what I can just do is I can just mainly at the starting of the line I can just say asterisk, and at the end I can just mention the semicolon. So now you can just see that color of this line has been converted to the green, which means that this line is added as comment, and whenever we will just run the code, this line will be ignored. See, if I just go to the log, you will not see any comment this time printed. Similar way, so far like we just added the single line of comment only. But what if we are just adding multiple line comment? Suppose this is, I'll just add suppose five times. And you just consider these are the different sentences I have just written down here. So what you will just do? So you can't say like asterisk and then this semicolon, semicolon and then asterisk, and then asterisk and then semicolon. You can't do this way. Okay. So better way is like you just apply forward slash and uh, asterisk. And when you just want to end your comment, you just say asterisk and forward slash. So this way, this comment is being considered as multi-line comment now. Okay, so this way you can just create. And one more thing. So you just saw like I just added this comment manually this way. But if we just want, we can add multiple lines to code comment by selecting and control and forward slash. So this way it will just add comment to the multiple line automatically. If we just press control and forward slash again, it will be uncommented, and if we just press it, it will be commented. Okay, but you can just see that it is just considering, or it is just applying this ending asterisk and the forward slash to each of the line. Although this is the multi-line comment, it will not add comment this way as we just did over here, but it is this format. This format is used for the multi-line comment. Okay. So if in interviewer just ask you how we can add the multi-line comment, so you should be able to answer him now. Okay. Let's go to our slide. Then file location for upload and download. So when you are working in the SAS Studio, so you just see file server here. So whatever file, suppose like you will be working in your system, so suppose we do have this file and I just want to upload or use this file in my data, so how I can just do so? So for that, like you just see the server files and the folder over here, you will just see your server visible here. What you will do in the files, we can just create the code and then we can just create folder structure this way. Suppose my project. Okay. And then in my project I can create one folder saying exported data. Okay, then again uploaded data, and then data sets. So this way we just create our folder structure. So what we will just do, we will be having dataset here, which is the SAS dataset, and then here we will be having the dataset which we will be exporting, and here we will be having the uploaded dataset. So now, as you just saw, like we were having the data here. So what we will just do, we can just copy this path. We go to studio, and in this folder we can upload our data. Okay, we just choose this, we select this and upload data here. So this way, this data will be uploaded to this folder, and then we can import data from here. Okay, and whenever we will be exporting any data, we will export here and then right click and we can download the file. So this way we just arrange our project folders. Okay, so this will just help you to work efficiently, and whatever data set we will be creating will be stored here. I'll be just explaining those as well. Then we do have the libraries. So libraries are two type. So one library is kind of work library, which is the temporary. So sometime you are just working on and you are just creating the rough data sets which you don't want to use always. So you are just creating those data sets for just for testing purpose. So those data sets you can just create in the work library, and data sets created in the work library gets deleted when you just mainly refresh your session or close your session. Okay, whereas when you are working on the project, you will be working on some permanent data sets as well. So for that we just create the permanent library. And what does permanent library means? So permanent library will be holding data over here, and this location, for this location we will create the library in the SAS. Okay, because SAS can't directly use these folders, so we will have to create one pointer to access this folder, so that whatever data we are creating, suppose we just ran this, so currently it is just getting created in the work library. Let me just show you. See here. Okay, and now let me just save this code first. Okay, I'll just save this code in my project. Okay, expand this and save. Now I'll just refresh my SAS session. Okay, now let me go to the library and see, my data set is just deleted. Okay, so if you just are working on the rough data set or temp data set, so you don't give the library name, those can be saved over here. Okay, and if you just want to save your data set even when you close SAS and you want to resume your work whenever you are just logging in next day, so what you can just do, you can just create the library in this SAS. So suppose I just want to save my data set here, so I'll just copy this path and I will just say live name date and this way. Okay, this way, and then I will just say that here, and I'll just run this code. So what you will just see, when we just ran this line, this line, this line created one folder here, which is the date, and this data set is saved in the data library, which is here. Okay, now data set is not created in the work. And what does this dat means? This dat means like this location, actually, this location. Now if I refresh my session, let me just save the code and refresh my session. So what you will just see, that my data set is available here, but you will not see library. You will not see library because we have not created the library. So we can create this. Let me just first show you. See, data set is here. So if I just run only this code and I just come here, so see, this data is just created and it is just having this data because it is just stored as permanent data set now. Okay, so that's the difference between the work and permanent library. Data sets in the work libraries gets deleted once we just close the session, whereas permanent data sets are stored for always until we just delete those. Okay, then we do have each statement. Okay, so you can just see that whenever we are writing any code in this as each statement end with the semicolon. If you will not close any statement, then and we just run our code, we will just get the error. Okay, so let me just take this out and run this. So see what it is just saying. Table text cannot be opened because it does not create any column. And let's check it. So see what it is just created. It has just mainly matched, created the mass actually. Okay, so that's how it is not even giving error. Sometimes it will just give error, but sometimes it will not give error. So it is just running over here. Like if I just apply semicolon here and take out from here. So with the time, you will understand where we need to apply the semicolon. So see, it is just saying this libref that is not assigned. So because we have not closed this statement. So some places it will just give the error, some places it will not give error. Whereas you can just identify that right now this data and input data lines are not becoming blue. So there is some error. So you just apply this. So see, color of data input and data lines have been converted to the blue. Okay, so that's what I just wanted to tell here. Then SAS is no, so SAS is not case sensitive. You may have just seen if I'm just writing code in the upper case or lower case, or we can mainly do the like in the this case as well, but code will run always. So you can just write in any case, but whenever you are working, so writing in a smaller case is the good way to write your code. You should not write in the upper case, but both or any way will work. Okay, so that's what I just wanted to tell you. So then SAS does not require indentation. So SAS does not require indentation means like if you just write it here and this data line here, and let me just run my code. So even though my code is just creating and running, it is not giving any error. So there is no indentation required. Okay. If you want, you can just type this way as well, and run your code. So it will work. And why I am not adding over here? Because it is raw data. In the raw data, it should be properly aligned as we are looking for. Okay. So these are the few basic points which I just wanted to tell you. Now let's jump here. Now let me just tell you the extension. So SAS dataset, what is the extension for that? SAS dataset means like SAS table. So this table which we just created over here, like let's come here and this. So you can just see that dataset is just having the extension as SAS 7B dat. You need to remember this because interviewer can ask you these questions as well. Then SAS program, this program where we are writing code is just having the extension dot SAS. Okay. Then log file will be having the extension as dot log, and then output will be having the extension as LST, and then HTML file which we'll be creating will be having the extension as .html and PDF. This you can just ignore, but like these two are most important. One more thing, when you are just working in the SAS EG, so your SAS project file will be having extension as .egp, Enterprise Guide Project. Okay, and within this file you will be having the SAS code as well, and SAS dataset will be stored permanently, so those will not be included there, but extension will be these. Okay, so that's what mainly I just wanted to tell you about the extensions and then few basics, because going forward we will be using these, and so you should be aware about this. Now please do comment and like, share, subscribe, and let's meet in the next video.